Your child's bedtime routine should be calm and soothing. It should be getting your child ready for bed. If you're rolling your eyes at the screen right now thinking, yeah, right, my kid throws a fit every single night at bedtime, then you're doing it wrong. I'm gonna tell you all about the bedtime routine mistakes to avoid in this video, so let's just jump right in. If your baby is falling asleep during their feeding and that's the last thing you do in your child's bedtime routine, then you're doing it wrong. Hate to say, but you should not be letting your baby fall asleep during a feeding. Also, your baby's feeding should be more at the beginning of the bedtime routine instead of at the end of the bedtime routine. Many families will think, you know, I need to feed the baby right before they go to bed so I can top them off so that they'll stay asleep longer. But in reality, a lot of babies will wake up sooner because A, they didn't fall asleep in their bed. So when they are waking up to transition to their next sleep cycle, they wake up and they're like, well, what the heck? I didn't fall asleep here. Why am I sleeping here now? And then they cry. And B, if your child doesn't have enough time to digest that food and they just go straight to sleep, it may give them a stomach ache and make them wake up more often through the night. I know for me, even like I remember even as a child, not even necessarily as an adult, but if I ate too late in the evening, it was really hard for me to just lay down and fall asleep. And then as I grew and became an adult and got married, if I ate before bed and then got in bed, my husband would be like, what is wrong with your stomach? Because he could just hear it gurgling. TMI? I don't know, who cares? So if your baby is falling asleep during their bedtime routine, try putting that feeding either second to last or first. First would be great, but as long as the feeding is not last and your baby is not falling asleep in your arms during the feeding, then you're not creating a feed to sleep association. If you need help breaking this sleep association and you need a sleep consultant, you know who to hire. Hey, it's me. Find the link in the description box down below and set up a free call with me to see if we would be a good fit to work together. I would love to support your family through making a better bedtime routine and having your baby sleep independently through the night. So the second thing that you are definitely doing wrong is having an inconsistent routine. If you are just letting your baby or toddler or preschooler or any child at any age fall asleep downstairs in front of the TV, on the couch, or something similar to that, you need to have the same exact routine every single night. And there's always a reason behind the madness, but when you start your child's bedtime routine, there's more predictability and there's more compliance. When you have a toddler or preschooler and they know exactly what is coming next, they're more likely to do it without putting up a fight. And also, when you have a consistent routine every single night, your child's body is producing melatonin once you start the bedtime routine, as opposed to only starting to produce melatonin once they lay down in bed. So when you start the routine and they start producing melatonin, they're way more ready to sleep by the time they get in bed. Now, if you are giving into every single request that your toddler is demanding, then you're doing it wrong. I always feel bad saying you're doing it wrong, but let's just fix it, okay? The number one thing that I always recommend every single family uses when sleep training a toddler, especially because toddlers tend to run away from bedtime. They don't want anything to do with it. You know why? Because they have no control or because they have no power. But we're gonna change that. So what I want you to do is download my bedtime routine cards. They are free bedtime routine cards, and you can print them, laminate them, and hang them up in your child's bedroom at their eye level. Now, what you wanna do is let them point to what comes next, so they always know what is happening next and they can have control over the situation. So if the first thing in the routine is to go to the bathroom, which toilet do they want to use? Let your child choose. It really has no impact on your life. So if your child can choose, let them. Let them choose if they want to brush their teeth first or if they want you to do it for them. Always double check your child's brushing job because kids kind of aren't the best toothbrushers. Teeth brushers. I think it should be teeth brushers, right? Let your child choose their pajamas. Let them choose what books you're gonna read at bedtime. And seriously, just get in the habit now of reading with your toddler at bedtime, because as they get older, they're going to have to read at least 20 minutes a day. That is what I am dealing with my second and third graders, and it's not as difficult because we've always read with them at bedtime. So now they can like do their bedtime routine and get in bed and start reading. So see, like you're setting these routines now to even take you through all of your children's childhood. That feels weird to say, but you're really setting the stage for an easier time for a very long time. So make sure you go grab those bedtime routine cards in the description box down below. Now, the next mistake drives me absolutely bonkers. It's when you're letting your child fall asleep either in bed or on the couch with the TV like we discussed before, but I hear a lot of families that are using the iPad to get their child to fall asleep in bed. Drives me nuts, guys. It drives me nuts. Screen time before bed is a huge no-no, but a lot of parents will say it's the only thing that will get my child to stay in bed. Well, I'm here to tell you that there's a better way. Introducing the Zenimal. Now, you may have heard me talk about this before in my videos, but this is a children's meditation device. You turn it on, you hear that ding, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different meditations on here that you just press and turn the volume up.
Sleep, Fairy. The sun has gone down and the moon shines bright in the night sky. You have brushed your...
Okay, so I'm not gonna play the whole thing because obviously you can just get one for yourself, but toddlers, preschoolers, school-age children love this device. And the Zenimal brand also has them for moms, for teenagers, so you can definitely use this through the years. And my kids are 5, 7, and 9, and they love the Zenimal. And the coolest thing about it is that when you move the shell, there's like a mini SD card in here. So there's a mini SD card, and this is what the meditations are on, and you pop them in here. We actually have bought different SD cards from the Zenimal company that has different meditations on here. So it's really great that there can be some variety, but there's still like the same meditation type of thing. And I love that it really gets your child calm and soothed and ready to sleep, because as your child gets older, they may need a little bit of distraction at bedtime to stay in bed. So I always recommend the Zenimal to like every family that I work with. So grab a Zenimal. There's a link in the description box down below. I seriously love this. It's worth every penny, and I now have 2 of them. Another mistake that parents are making is that the bedtime routine is too short. Now, I completely understand that at the end of the day, you are done. You're drained, you're exhausted, and your child probably is too. But if your bedtime routine is not at least 20 minutes long, your child is not getting calm and ready for bed. I always recommend a bedtime routine that is 20 to 30 minutes long so that your child really has time to calm their body down, get into sleep mode, and fall asleep faster. So make sure that your bedtime routine is long enough. I remember one time I had a dad ask me, he's like, so at what point can I just say like good night from the living room and then have my kid go upstairs and do the bedtime routine himself and then just go to sleep and put himself to sleep, and all I have to do is come kiss him on my way to bed? And I'm like, it's gonna be a very long time before that happens. And to be honest, like bedtime is my favorite time of day, because even like though my kids are older now, I love having that bedtime routine where I always ask my kids, what was the best part of your day today? And I don't even talk about the bad parts of their day because I don't want them thinking about that before bed. So I ask them about the best part of their day today and what they're looking forward to tomorrow. And it always opens up a great opportunity for awesome conversations. But don't forget to download the bedtime routine cards in the description box down below. Click here to watch the next video on my channel, and then click here to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a video, and keep blooming. Mwah.